Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time, we found out how to infiltrate Zerka by stealing their utility droid. However, to do that, we're going to need some help from this guy, who is their technician. And, you know, he says he's offering it. He also sells stuff. I bought stuff from him earlier, but we want his droid technician credentials. And he asks why, and, you know, we're gonna screw Zerka. And he wants to know why. And, you know, we sort of explain everything to him. And he says, yeah, it's a good cause, but he can't help us. And you can threaten him, but honestly, if you're taking this route and you want dark side points, you're doing something wrong. And he has a contract with Zerka, and he needs it. And he needs the money. And he has, you know, a gambling loan or something. It seems like gambling debts are a major problem here. And, anyway, we can point out that the exchange is not really in the capable situation of enforcing the debt, considering the leadership is dead. And he owes his loan to Godo, who's the exchange boss on Nar Shaddaa, who's apparently the one who put out the bounty on us. And there are essentially two options. You can actually repay his loan entirely, or you can just lend him the money and he'll pay you back later. I'm just going to pay it off. Alright, here. Alright. Well, we'll come back later. And you get some light side points. And some XP. I don't know. Expensive way to buy light side points, but I don't care that much. Now that we have the credentials, we can just go in and have B4 report for some maintenance.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you?
Come with us.
I am sorry, but I cannot accompany you. I may only leave the Zerka offices for maintenance by an authorized Zerka or Zerka contracted droid technician.
We have credentials, of course.
Those are legitimate credentials. I will accompany you.
Okay. No photo ID on these, they're just credentials. And Moses says, aha, you know, you'll have somebody reprogram it. And, we, now are controlling B4D4. Needless to say, B4D4 is not a combat powerhouse. In fact, he will never shoot anything. That's okay. We're, just infiltrating, not, attacking. Though there will be some violence here. It's actually sort of humorous violence. It's sort of strange that, you know, no one's there at the front desk, but, you know, we just wander in. Hi, boys. Just the protocol droid going on a walk. It's locked. Well, let's talk to Jana.
Hello, B44. Is there something you need?
And, you know, we can tell her that we need to get in.
Oh? Why is that?
And normally droids are not supposed to lie, but apparently that's easily, changed.
More credits, you say? That's news I wouldn't mind reporting to the Sector Executive Officer. Please, B44, access away.
Okay. And I guess it's hard to tell. I mean, if you expect a droid doesn't lie, then... Oh, great, another foul-mouthed droid. And, you know, we can essentially tell him it doesn't concern us, or we can lie. And we can essentially tell this other droid the truth. And more or less we're convincing this other droid he should not get involved. And the other droid is, of course, dutifully reporting the security breach. And, you know, you can sort of use a little droid logic on him that he's programmed to serve Lorso. And the pro also has the standard droid programming, you know, sort of Asimov's laws, you know, not to hurt people. And he's, you know, you can more or less tell him to look at the evidence, and you know, there's a bit of a conflict there in that you are hurting people and serving Lorso, so there's a, you gotta, you know, deal with that. And more or less you've established a contradiction. And apparently these droids are regularly memory wiped to prevent that realization from causing problems. And you point out that the behavioral inhibitors have already been messed with because you're already injuring people, so you, you know, can do whatever you want. Yeah, I like this. No, there is nothing preventing you from entering the main office and indiscriminately firing on personnel with your stun ray. Okay, go to it. Yeah, and it says, yes, I would be obligated to warn them, so wait until I'm busy, huh? Yeah. Right. And please do not abuse the trust and fire on the personnel, even though I just told you to do. Yeah. Sucker.
T1N1, what are you doing out here? You're not supposed to leave the mainframe. I think someone needs a memory wipe.
What the?
I think that's how you like that. So, yeah, that foul-mouthed droid is also somewhat violent, but he doesn't have a shock arm. So, anyway, while he's busy causing mayhem, we are going to have the droid sort of erase Zerka's ownership. And, you know, grab the data we need and free ourselves from Zerka's tyranny. And, oh hey. We'll pick up that Z-Rack combat suit while we're on the way. And, I don't know what happened to T1 and M1, but hopefully he's okay. I mean, it sounded like he was having problems. Well, and you thought your day at the office was bad. I mean, what would happen if your printer started shooting at you? I mean, that's basically what just happened to those people. I feel sorry for them. Not really. I guess that's what you get for working for Evil Corporation, Inc., you know? This is one of the goofier sequences in the game. It's, you know, one of the things I like about this game is that it does kind of mix things up a little bit. It's not just sort of all, you know, kill the same enemies. And he asks if we completed the job. And, yeah, here. And
What? You're just gonna set it free? Is that a good idea? Because it can lie. No one expects a droid to lie. Think of the trouble it could cause.
And, you know, he says, you know, the just reward. And, I like this. There are two options, which are exactly the same line, but one of them is preceded by lie. We chose the non-lie option. And we lose the Circa datapad, but we do still have this Z-Rack combat suit, which, I mean, honestly, I'm not going to use it because it'll screw with my force powers, but it is a set of armor.
What is it?
And, well, it's money. Now that we have that, let's talk to Choto Abad again. And, you know, more or less he's succeeded, and he tells you to go report to Lieutenant Gren with the stuff. And he tells us that the ship is hidden somewhere on Telos, and that he knows someone who can help us find it. And so essentially he's going to give us a shuttle. And he mentions this guy named Beodor, who will be a party member soon enough. And he says you can trust him. Okay, we'll see. And we'll see where he is. And he's currently on the surface. And more or less he was just doing some work. And we can sort of bring up his previous promise to try and heal you. And, you know, he says, you know, you opened my eyes to a hurt almost as great as the planet's. Yeah, great. And he can help us a little
Healing a
bit.
dead planet is one thing, Chodo, and healing a Jedi severed from the Force is quite another.
And I like Chodo because he actually says, Kreia, you're full of it. And it is very similar. And Smora says, you know, walking the restoration zones may help you. And
You speak well enough, Chodo, but perhaps you see all this as your chance to exert your own hold over others.
anyway, you can refuse this for influence with Kreia. I'm going to get enough influence with Kreia, and we'll, you know, just get involved. And all of that more or less says you get 5 more permanent force points. There's a couple of things in the game that give you permanent bonuses to your stats, most of which are dark side options. There is one companion you will only get if you are actually fairly strongly dark side, and he is probably just sort of an endless font of stat bonuses. There is another companion that we will pick up who will only give you stat bonuses if you have dark side, if you are dark side to begin with. Anyway, we're out of time. Next time we're going to go up to Lieutenant Gren, hand things up, and get off this station.